Guys, you're welcome back to my space. This is your girl Jennifer David, and in today's video I'm here to expose some little things. You guys, I'm here to give you 10 things that I said I would never do as a mom, as a parent, before I became a parent, but now I find myself doing such things. Can you relate? You guys, can you relate? You know, before you have kids, you'll be like, oh, when I give birth, my kids are going to be on point, my kids are going to do this, they are going to be like this, and all of that. You had big dreams, very big dreams. But in reality, you don't know the efforts that people put into all of those things. Anyways, I'm here to tell you just few of those things that I said to myself before becoming a mother that I am guilty of right now. You guys, so number one is letting my kids have so much screen time. I never knew that I'll be guilty of this thing because, you know, before becoming a mom, I said, oh, I'm going to have time for my kids, I'm going to sit down with them, I'll tell them bedtime stories, you know, all of these childhood stories that we were told. I'm going to play with them, I'm going to but in reality, you guys, that thing is not really it's not doable. These days, once they just come like this, I'll just give them either their phones or their tabs. They'll just spend time on those things, and then I have my own time. So I don't know about you, but we cannot help it, you guys. We cannot help it. This screen time, we cannot help it. Although they said it's not really good for children, but this is one way to get away and have your time. If you really want to focus on some other things, you just need to allow them with that phone and that tab. Let them do what they have to do so that you can concentrate on your stuff. Okay, guys, so the number 2 thing I said I will never do as a parent, but I find myself doing it now, is Googling every little symptom. Once my child feels headache, I'll Google it. Once my child feels back pain, what is wrong? What is this symptom? What is it all about? Oh, this and this. I will just be worrying for no reason. Before now, I thought that I'll have it all put together. You know, I'll be more exposed. I'll be more informed. You know, but you guys, it doesn't really work that way. Once that anxiety hits, you know, you just see your child in one uncomfortable situation, you will not know how to express yourself. You just want to, you know, what is wrong now? What is the symptom of this thing? What is really happening and all of that? Like, you will just be paranoid for no reason. For no reason whatsoever. I can't help it, let me tell you the truth. I cannot help it. Most times, I find myself being paranoid. Like, I just worry about unnecessary things. I know I am not the only one on this table, you guys. But it happens. This is a reality. Now, the third thing that I said I will never do as a mom, but I find myself doing, is always have conversations with my kids. Like, you know, I actually thought I would sit down with them, you know, with paper and pen, teach them ABCD 1 2 3 4. Whenever they want to, you know, chatter, talk, I'll always be there for them and all of that. But you guys, when my son start talking here today, every minute, mommy, how am I going to answer? Like, if I want to answer him, I'll spend the whole day answering him. How is that going to be possible? How? So most times, whenever he wants to start talking, I just redirect him. Oh yeah, go and talk to your father. Or I'll just say, oh yeah, go and talk to Charity. Anybody that is available for me at that time, I will just escape it. I'll just tell them, go and talk to this next person, because they will ask you questions, they will talk and you will become tired. I never knew that I would do that too, but you guys, the rate at which I'm doing it now, even me, I'm scared for myself. But anyways, there's always room for growth and correction. Okay, now the 4th thing that I am doing that I did not plan to do is canceling schedules, canceling plans, all because I am now a mother. You guys, the way that I plan to slay in this motherhood, I plan to slay. In my mind, I felt that, oh yes, I'm going to be a mother, but I'll always be on point, I'll always slay, I'll always go out, I'll always have time with my friends and all of that. But it doesn't happen like that. You cannot be in 2 places at a time. You cannot be at home taking care of your kids and be out. It's not going to be possible. Okay, so these days, once I just get an invitation to come out, for maybe sit out or outing, sometimes I just sit at home. Sometimes I just escape it. Sometimes I use my kids as an excuse. I'll be like, this person is sleeping, I can't leave the house now. This person is this, I can't leave the house now. Because you know why? You'll find yourself that you become so tired after running around, after shouting, after playing with the kids and all of that. You'll become so tired. So if you go out now, who will now do your job inside for you? Supposing you have one or two things that you're supposed to do. So these days I find myself turning down outings. Like, I never imagined I would do that. Anyways, let's go to the fifth one. The fifth thing I'm doing right now that I did not plan to do is this. Before now, I've always envisaged that when I get married, my house will be on point. I decorated my house like, hey God, if you see decoration, I did decoration, put this one in place, put that one in place, so that it will be spotless and all of that. But guys, when these children started coming, when they start flinging all your belongings, when they start breaking portraits, when they start breaking flower pots, when they start breaking center table, your frames, your wall frames, like they start writing on your wall frames and all of those things, the house will be scattered, it will be messy. Okay, it is not my wish. It's not my wish that the house should be messy. There'll be toys littered around everywhere. But guys, you cannot help it. There are kids in the house. I cannot help it. There are kids. They will definitely scatter these things. They will put all clothes on the ground. Everything will just be scattered. Not the way you want it to. They are doing it the way they want it. But you guys, this house cannot always be on point. It cannot always look spotless, because once these children come home from school, they will definitely start arranging it the way they want to arrange it, the way they want it to look scattered. Okay, sometimes out of tiredness, out of how will I put it, I'll just let everything be like that. I'll be like, let me go and sleep, I'll do it the next time. You guys, I never knew that. It's hard though. I never knew that this thing is as hard as that. But anyways, it is what it is. So the sixth thing I find myself doing now is giving in to public tantrums. For instance, you go out with your child. You guys are in the mall, and then your child starts shouting, hey, I want this, I want that. Or your baby will start running around. Hey, Jesus. I actually thought that I'll be really firm. Like, oh, don't do this, don't do that, But you guys, when they start throwing these tantrums, you will not know when you will lose your mind. You will lose your senses, because you don't want people to start looking at you. Like, for instance, you're in the mall or you're in a shopping a supermarket, and then your baby will start shouting. Sometimes you don't even know what they want. They'll start shouting, before everybody will start looking at you. Oh God, you'll be like, oh Lord. So at that time, you don't have anything to do. You will not be able to do anything, because you are a mother. You will have to take care of that child. You will have to enjoy it. So before now, I actually thought that there's a way around it. You want to be a posh mom, you want to be a, all of those things. It's a lie. You will still experience all of these things, and you guys, it will still take you unawares. So that's just it. Now the next thing I find myself doing, you guys, oh my God, this next point is real. Like, it's real. Before you become a mom, you'll be hearing a lot of people saying, oh, I love my child, and you'll be like, which other love is more than self-love? I mean, I cannot love another person the way I love myself. You feel like loving yourself is the highest form of love. Or you feel that, oh, that time you were having boyfriends, you feel, oh, loving your boyfriend is the highest form of love. It's a lie. You have not had kids. Once you have kids, you will not even know that you are existing. You will not even know who you are. All your love, all your attention will be channeled to these children. The kind of love that you have for your children, nobody will have the words to explain it. Go and ask any mother. No mother has the right words to explain the love they have for their children. You can't compare it, and you cannot explain it. You will definitely lack words to explain the kind of love you have for your children. So if you are still single and you feel that, oh, I love myself, the way I love myself is so much, I cannot, you are joking. Wait until you have a child. You will stop existing, because the kind of love you have for that child, it will be like, it will be extremely, it will be incredibly, I don't even know what to say. That is how I feel. It's not, you will not be able to explain it. So that's how it feels. Now, I find myself ignoring advice from people. You know, before now, you want to take every piece of advice you get seriously. You know, don't do this for your child, don't do this in your marriage, don't do this in, you know. But now, my dear, I cannot remember all of the advice they gave me. I cannot remember everything. Why? Because I do what works for me now. As in, the advice you're giving to me may not work for me, may not work for my parenting style, may not work for my marriage. So you just find out that I just find out that I start doing what works for me. I do it the way that I know that it will give me peace of mind. I cannot be going with another person's advice. So you tell me that, oh, I did this one with my child, it works for my child. It cannot work like that. You will do what works for you. You will do what works according to what you have learned from your own experience. Know what your child wants, what your child needs, and that's exactly how you do it. So these days, you know, anybody that is giving you parenting advice, just listen. Doesn't mean that you will do exactly what the person says, or you will follow that advice from completely. It doesn't mean you follow that advice completely. You will take the advice, you will listen to the advice, but I will still do what is in my mind, because I will just do it the way that it works for me. That's just it. Okay, so now the next thing I find myself doing is letting my kids sleep in my bed. So, you know, before now, I've always planned that, oh, once I have kids, they're going to have their special room. I'm going to decorate the room. They'll have their beds. They'll be sleeping on their beds. I'll wake up in the night, go and check them, give them a kiss. And it's a lie, oh. They are sharing my bed with me. They are all on my bed. Every night you see that. These days, I don't even have space. Because one child will spread leg like this, the other one will spread leg. I don't even know. I am the one that is now managing the bed. I never thought that it would be like that. Not that they don't have another room or they don't have their own bed, but you know, you cannot just you know that your child wants to sleep with you on the same bed. You will not know how to say no. You know, you're always soft. You just want them to be free and happy and all of that. So I will always give in. These guys are on my bed, literally every night and every day. They're on my bed. Always on my bed. So you guys, I never thought that I'll be this lenient and I'll do this kind of a thing. I actually thought that everything would be in order, but it's not like that. So anyway, the last point is the fact that I have to steal time to have me time. I actually thought that I'll be very active, I'll be very present, I'll just be there with them all the time, but it's not like that. So if you want to do it that way, you will run mad, and you don't know how. You guys, it is work and it is stressful. So these days, sometimes when they are coming to me like this, I'll just push them to their father. I'll say, go and meet your dad, go and meet your daddy. Or sometimes I'll just say, go and meet Charity. I just push them just so I can have my own time, just so I can have my own me time, so that I can just sit down and sometimes meditate. Sometimes you just want to be alone. You understand? It's not like you are running away from them, but you just want to have time to yourself. That's just it. Anyways, I don't know if you can relate to any of these 10 things I just listed. I don't know if you're guilty of one or two. You guys, let me know in the comment section. Do you find yourself doing things like this? Something that you said you will never do, but you find yourself doing it right now. Anyway, it is all fun, it is all experience, and it is all growth. You guys, as we grow in this journey of motherhood, we discover ourselves more. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, like this video, share this video, and you guys subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.